What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that basketball analysis playoff edition going live on YouTube, exclusively on there. You know, you got to have that basketball analysis when the playoffs is around because this is the funnest time to watch the game and enjoy it. And we had another game that we can enjoy tonight, which was the Minnesota Timberwolves beating the Golden State Warriors 102-97, keeping them under 100 points while they was able to make their late game run and finish atop of the Warriors and beating them. I love what I seen out of their defense. They communicated, they was rotating, they was actually throwing guys to Rudy Gobert. He was able to protect the rim and do things to alter shots and block shots. You gotta love what he was able to do tonight. And Ant-Man came alive a little bit when he needed to, and that was enough to keep the game out of reach of the Warriors. And this game was close down to the wire. The Warriors was leading sometimes, and then the Wolves was able to make that last push to be able to get the win. First quarter was 21-21 by the end of it. Then Golden State was going, they was ahead in the second quarter because they won it 21-19, and then they was leading going into the second half, and they continued that with a 31-29 third quarter. But then the Wolves ended the quarter 33-24 run that allowed them to not only take the lead but keep it and allowed them to win the game. Julius Randle was really good. He was able to put the ball in the basket. He wasn't the most efficient, but he actually wasn't terrible either. 40 minutes played by him. He was 10 of 23 from the field, 1 of 6 from three, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He looked gassed. It looked like he was trying everything he could on both ends of the court to be great. And that's the type of player you want him to be. You feel like he could be when you traded for him. And now he's kind of backing that up. 24 points for him, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, a triple double. Just had the ability to find guys, whether he was driving or just keeping the ball moving. And then he was ready to score also when he had opportunities, which he had a bunch because he actually took the second most shots on the team, which he should, honestly. Three of the rebounds was offensive. He also had three steals, but he did also have four turnovers and three personal fouls. He finished as a plus 14 and plus minus. Jaden McDaniels played 42 minutes. He was 4 of 7 from the field. He also was 3 of 4 from three and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a plus 11 and plus minus. I liked his efficiency. I liked his shot selection. I liked the way he was scoring, even down the stretch. He just was smart in how he wanted to play, and you have to give him credit on that. He was just getting some things happen his way, even on the defensive end with that steal and those 2 blocks. Rudy Gobert didn't score a lot, but he did do a good job on the boards. He had 13 rebounds, 4 of them was offensive. He was also 2 of 4 from the field, hitting a massive dunk. But the most impressive thing, he went 5 of 6 from the free throw line to help him get 9 points. But he also had 4 blocks tonight and then some good altercations at the rim, showing y'all that I'm not scared of y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all punk me. You're not gonna just think y'all can run into me without me trying to get a clean block off y'all too. And like I said, he did have 5 personal fouls, but he still approached the game the same way. And that's one of the reasons why they was able to win in the fourth quarter because of his rim protection and cutting them off from the shots they actually tried to get or just being there to contest them at the rim. Mike Conley, 28 minutes played. He was 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 almost offensive. He had 2 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. He was a plus 13 and plus minus. He has 7 points. You would like him to score a little bit more. We'll see if he's able to do it later in the series or the next game. If not, you just be happy with his ability to hit a three and his playmaking when he's needed, and also the ability to get to the floater range and knock those down too. But he also got in foul trouble because he's so small and so tiny and not the quickest guy anymore. So they use that to their advantage. Anthony Edwards, 13 to 28, took the most shots on the team. He also played the most minutes. He also was 5 of 14 from three. Didn't have it really going, but he made them when it mattered. He also went 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 4 assists, 1 block, 3 turnovers. He was a -4 and plus minus. He finished with 36 points, which was the most by both teams tonight. And that was good to see. He needed to have a big game. This was the biggest game he had in this series. He just needs to be a little bit better from three and take some shots that he normally would take and just make more of them. And then this series might be a series they can legitimately win before it's 6 or 7. And we have to see and wait and see what happens on that. Nas Reed played 25 minutes. He had a big three that basically was the dagger against the Golden State Warriors. He was 3 or 4 from the field, 3 or 3 from three. He did have 3 rebounds and 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a +10 and plus minus. He finished with 9 points, which was the most points off the bench for any player on the Minnesota Timberwolves bench. Dante DiVincenzo played 16 minutes. He was 1 of 3 from the field, or 2 from 3. So he didn't really do much because he only had 2 points, but he also had 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive, but he actually had 3 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. So he finished the game as a -14 and plus minus. Nickeil Alexander Walker, 18 minutes, 0 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. 2 rebounds, one of them was offensive with 4 assists and a turnover. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision, although they was healthy, and there was a ton of guys that didn't. Um, Other than that, 36 of 82, 43% from the field as a team, 13 to 34, 38% from three, 17 to 21, 81% from the free throw line, 13 offensive rebounds, 44 total, 28 assists, 4 steals, 7 blocks, 18 turnovers, and 23 personal fouls. And then the Golden State Warriors, they played a short rotation tonight, and Draymond Green only played 29 minutes because he ended up fouling out in the fourth quarter when they needed him the most. But he was only 1 of 4 from the field and 0 of 1 from 3, and he attempted no free throws. He only had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. That was the best part of his night was the steals and his defense before he ended up being too touchy and too bumpy tonight. But he did have 5 turnovers too. He finished as a -5 and plus minus with 2 points. He just gonna have to find a better way to play defense. As crazy as that's gonna sound, because they need him on the court as much as they can, especially without Steph as a playmaker and a guy that can make a shot. But he's got to figure that part out, and so does the coaching staff. Trace Jackson Davis got to start tonight to be a big, strong guy in that paint for him, but it didn't really work out. 11 minutes, 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, one that was offensive with a block, two personal fouls. He was a -1 and plus minus. He finished with 7 points. He was able to score, but defensively is a work in progress with him. Just a little too slow with his movement. He is a tough physical guy, but that only takes you so far when you have quick, fast, long, lanky guys that you have to continue to defend, plus other guys that's coming right at you, bumping you, or trying to find a way to get past you each and every possession. If you can't protect the rim great enough, then you're going to be a bad defensive player because that's what your job is as a center. Jimmy Butler the third, 43 minutes, played the most on the team tonight. 12 of 26 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, one that was offensive with 7 assists, 4 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, -1 and plus minus. He ended up having 33. He was scoring in the post. He was getting to the basket. He was knocking down threes. He was getting to the free throw line. He was finding his teammates. This was a huge Jimmy Butler game that was wasted because they couldn't close and neither could he. He was able to get them ahead and help them stay ahead, but not enough to win the game, which sucks, but it's the reality of the situation and what happened tonight. Buddy Hill was getting a little hot and then he'd disappear. 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from three, 4 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 5 assists, 2 blocks, -4, -5, and plus minus 14 points. He got in double figures. He shot the three ball really good. He kept the ball moving if he didn't have the shot that he wanted. That's all you can really ask him to do. And he did those things. And actually was good defensively too, which was good to see. But you had 3 starters tonight that didn't even score in double figures. And Brandon Pozemski was the other one because he played 39 minutes and he was 1 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, but he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So he finished with 5 points, 8 rebounds, three of them was offensive, 2 assists, one steal, one turnover, one personal foul, and a -2 and plus minus. So he didn't really do much outside of rebounding and basketball. And that helped, but it didn't really help him win this game because he had a lot of opportunity that he missed, and it was shots that he usually take. They just wasn't going down for him tonight. Jonathan Kaminga, 11 of 18 from the field, 3 of 4 from three, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, one of those offensive, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was a +5 and plus minus. The three ball was going for him. The drives was going for him. The jump shot was just good. And even from the free throw line, he did a good job there too. Kaminga is a work in progress. He has games like this where he looks like he can be a star in this league. He has games where he looks like all star in this league. But it just depends on the matchup. It just depends on the jump shot, and it just depends on his mentality. And he had the right mentality today, had the right game plan on how he needs to play and how he needs to score. And it was good to see him have a lot of success tonight. Unfortunately, it resulted in a loss, though. But he made up for the starters that didn't play well by playing great tonight. And it kept them close and it kept them in the lead, but not enough to win. Kevon Looney, 18 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, four of them was offensive with 2 steals, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 6 person. I was a little slow, was tired. Seemed like he got gassed really, really fast, but he played enough defense to get some stops for the team, rebounded the ball decently for the minutes he played, but he needs to be a little bit more assertive defensively if he's gonna want to play more in this series and have a bigger impact on this series in his role. But that's something that we know because he has had better series before with the Warriors. Quentin Post played 3 minutes. He didn't do anything but be a guy that got one personal foul and finished as a -6 and plus minus. Garrett Payton II was 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, a -1 and plus minus. He ended up getting 2 points, and that was it. And didn't shoot the ball that great, and didn't do too much on the court. And then Moses Moody got basically no minutes. He finished with three, didn't do anything but be a -7 and plus minus, and that was the end of his night. 35 of 81, 43% from the field, 10 of 23, 43% from three, 17 of 21, 81% from the free throw line. 12 offensive rebounds, 36 total, 21 assists, 6 steals, 7 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 24 personal fouls. And that was their night. A good game from the Wolves, a okay game from the Golden State Warriors. It sucked that they ended up losing this game, but they need Jimmy Butler to step up and do more. He did that, but he's going to have to consistently do that for the rest of the series if they want to win this one. Guys like Podzimski just got to have better nights. Same with Draymond. That's something that they're going to have to definitely do. Easier said than done against the Timberwolves defense that really matches up great against them. And we just don't know what you're going to get out of Buddy Hield. Sometimes he shoots great, sometimes he doesn't. And then Trace Jackson Davis definitely isn't that guy for them. So they're going to have to find something for that place and role to see if they can find something else that can work or be better. I mean, you got to do your homework, got to do your research, got to figure out what you need to do and what you don't need to do because the goal is to win this series. And you went from winning it and being in front of it to now you got to find a way to win all over again because the reset button happens when you're trailing or you get from tied to now you got to figure out how to get the lead back in the series. Well, the Timberwolves got the lead back in the series. Now they first got their first lead in the series, and they got it tied back up. So now they have the advantage, and now they up front. And now they got to find a way to stay at the top of the series, and now that puts more pressure on Golden State to make decisions and try to find a way to win this series themselves. And the problem is Steph Curry might not be back into the elimination game, and if it is that, we don't know how he's going to look and if he's going to be able to play the entire game. So that adds more pressure and more problems to the Golden State psyche. And we're going to have to see if they're able to figure things out. Well, they're a veteran team. They have been in tough situations. They have persevered through a lot of things, and now they're in a situation where they don't have no choice but to try to do it again. And that's what make the playoffs fun, and that's what make the playoffs exciting, is that you just don't know what's going to happen each and every game and each and every series. You don't know who's going to win, and you're seeing great basketball and fun basketball. And this game was another example of that, and it was really fun and interesting to watch. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, notification bell for more analysis of music, trying to do conversation video just like this and various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns on real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do my draft and draft coverage. So you love that type of stuff. This is the channel for you, and you will love this channel for that reason. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for checking out this channel. Thank y'all for appreciating this content for what it is. Thank y'all for staying subscribed and coming back. Hope you guys enjoy y'all weekend, getting rest, having some fun, and also setting new goals so you can have something to focus on and staying positive. If something bad or ugly happens in your day, just remember that's not the end of your day, and try to make it better by the next day too, and not to get too loaded on yourself. Other than that, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for enjoying us. Continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015, and trying to find a way to continue that positive energy that we have had the last couple years into this year, and try to finish it the right way. And us have that mentality throughout the entire year, like we have shown so far. Other than that, being more consistent, having fun, putting in work, enjoying and loving what you do is all I try to do. And I only can encourage you guys to get a job or something like that, that y'all can have the same type of feeling. Y'all stay blessed. I'm going for now. I will see y'all tomorrow with more analysis. And let's go to the playoffs and see what they're going to give us again from this beautiful game of basketball. Peace out. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Peace.